This conference
VBA,
will now be recorded.
we were writing inside the VBA editor, we'll write the macros code. VBA editor lo macros code rastam manam. Okay, VBA means Visual Basic for Applications. By using Alt plus F11, we'll open the VBA editor. And inside that VBA editor, we'll write the macros code. So what is VBA macros means? By using VBA, we can minimize, we can reduce manual working hours. So work manual చేయకుండా ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఆటోమేషన్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈ macros VBA యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఆల్రెడీ మనం చూసాం ఎక్సెల్ లో హౌ టు ఎనేబుల్ డెవలపర్ ట్యాబ్. సో ఓల్డ్ వర్షన్ అయితే జస్ట్ ఆఫీస్ బటన్ అని ఉంటుంది, అక్కడ ఎక్సెల్ ఆప్షన్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళి డెవలపర్ ట్యాబ్ పెట్టేసుకోవాలి. ఇప్పుడు ఇస్ న్యూ వర్షన్, దెన్ గో టు ద ఆప్షన్స్, కస్టమైజ్ రిబ్బన్, డెవలపర్ అని తీసేసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. File, options, okay, customize ribbon look వెళ్ళి then we need to select developer tab so that we'll get developer. Tarvata there are few things, or there is the developer tab. See, in the tab this complete part is called ribbon. So in the ribbon there are groups like code group, add-ins, controls. Okay, so first we'll discuss about code group inside the developer tab. So in this first we'll discuss about Visual Basic. So there is an option called Visual Basic. When I'm clicking on this Visual Basic option, it will open a new window. It's called Visual Basic for Applications. We call it as VBA editor. So when I'm clicking on Visual Basic, it will open Visual Basic for Applications window. So where we can write the macros code. Okay, where we can write the macros code. It is called what? Visual Basic VBA editor. And inside that we'll write a macro. So what is a macro? Macro is a program. It's a series of related steps to achieve the given task. Means for example, I want to do addition of two values. Example, so there we'll write c is equal to a plus b. So that is our requirement. So what is our requirement? To do the addition of two values. For that we need to write a program. So here also we'll write a programs macros. So that can be recorded, written, and can be used in all open workbooks by default. Once after recording, or else once after writing the macro, you can execute, you can run anywhere in the open workbooks by default. Next there is another option called view macros in the code developer code group only. Okay, just there is the option macros or else view macros. In this option, in this view macros, you can see all the list of created and recorded macros from the open workbooks. Okay, see all the in the this macros is nothing but view macros. There itself it is asking to show all the macros, recorded macros and created macros. From there you can run, you can create, you can delete also. Next we'll see how to record a macro. Already we discussed in the Excel in the view chat. Here also again we'll do. So go to the new workbook, in one sheet, go to the developer tab. There is an option called record macro. Okay, in the record macro it is asking the macro name. So just you can give any macro name. For example, just I'm giving sample. The macro name is what? Sample. Then the shortcut. So you can give any shortcut key here. For example, I'm giving Control L. Look at that. Control K. Otherwise, Control plus Shift plus any L. Control plus Shift plus P. So nowadays people are not using the shortcut keys because in the Excel for every option there is a shortcut key. For example, Control plus Shift plus P, Control plus Shift plus L. For these shortcut keys, already there are some options in the Excel. For example, if you have mentioned a shortcut key Control plus S here, when I'm doing Control plus S, it will run this macro. Okay, that file, that workbook will not save by using Control plus S from the next time onwards. So that's why better to avoid these shortcut keys in this macros VBA. So just we'll see once this time. And this macro name also, there are few rules or there in the macro name. So macro name maximum will take 255 characters only. The macronym should be max 255 characters, and it should be a single word without any spaces. And the first letter should be an alphabet. These are the three important rules. Maximum 255 characters, no spaces, it should be a single word, and first character. First letter should be a character, it's not a numeric. And the first letter should be capital. It's not compulsory, it's just recommended. See, maximum 255 characters, no spaces. First character must be an alphabet. First letter is capital. It's optional. It's not mandatory. Okay. Then we'll mention the shortcut key. That shift is nothing but it's optional. Shift also. For the VLOOKUP, in the VLOOKUP, just we have taken range lookup inside the square brackets and substitute also. So every function having there are optionals. When you are putting inside the square brackets, it's called what optional. That shift also optional in this shortcut key. Without shift also you can execute this macro. Okay, and this VBA code and macros code are not case sensitive. You can give either small or capital. Then if you want, you can give some description here. Say okay. Now we can run. We can type anything here. Just for example, the starting itself. I'm typing some matter here. Then select it, go to the home tab, say bold, increase font size, color, so all the things. After performing some operations, some formatting for this data, then again go to the developer, say stop recording. Say if you are selecting any other cell automatically for that also it was created. Okay, just a second. Okay, then we said stop recording. See, once if you started recording a macro, if you are doing anything inside the Excel, sorry, inside the Excel workbook, everything will be recorded. Like if you are typing or else if you are selecting any other cell, automatically the complete things are going to record. So that's why just don't do any extra things. What we require, we'll do that kind of part only while recording a macro. Then after that, we need to execute the macro. Okay, so just we need to test or else we need to execute this macro. For that, go to the developer tab. Before that, go to the new sheet or else new workbook, go to the developer tab, go to view macros, alt plus F8, look at there. So it is showing the macros. See the macros in all open workbooks. So what are the workbooks we open? From then it takes all the workbooks and in that it is showing all the recorded macros because still now we didn't create any macros. That's what I'm saying. Recorded macros only. Then say run. Look at it. Go to the developer, view macros, select this, say edit. Look at that. Edit means you can observe there is a code. Code was generated. See, first of all, I have selected D4 cell. Then in that, enter some text like other things also. After that, I have selected that entire D column. I did out of it. And after that, selected E5 cell. So like this, we did many things in this. Okay, see, then I'm going to close this. I don't require. So like this, just will create the macro. See one more thing. There is another important option when I'm selecting here in this cell. So that output I required, that output I need to execute here in this cell. Okay, go to the view macros, then run. Look at it. So we are able to execute in any sheet, in any workbook, but not in any cell. Okay, while recording, where you selected automatically, then there itself only it will execute in the particular cell reference only. Okay, so in case if you wanted to execute anywhere, then we'll go for relay to references. Okay, this option can be switched on or off while recording. This option can be switched on or off while recording. Okay, so this option is used to record macros that run with reference to the current cell. Okay, that option is used to record macros that run with reference to the current cell. See, for example, I'm taking another workbook. This time, before starting record, just select use relative references. Okay, switch on use relative references. Now just select any other cell, go to the record macro, just give the macro name, second, and if you want you can use shortcut also, control shift J. Just a second.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. షార్ట్కట్ కీ అంటే మన ఆప్షన్ సార్, ఐ మీన్ మనం ఏదైనా పెట్టుకోవచ్చా? కంట్రోల్ ప్లస్
our wish, you can enter any shortcut. Okay, you can give any shortcut here, so it's not a problem. Then macro name, and you can give any shortcut. Look at it. Okay, then okay, so after that we'll type some text here, then stop recording. You can remove this user related reference also, then go to the macros. Look at that second macro, run. See, go to another sheet, control shift to H, control shift to H. See, మనం అక్కడ రిలేటెడ్ రెఫరెన్సెస్ ఆన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ వాళ్ళకి రన్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. See, I'm using shortcut key also, control plus shift plus H, given shortcut key for the second macro. Okay, so like this, the shortcut key is anything, but when you are pressing control plus shift plus H all the time, it will execute this macro only. If there is any shortcut for any option, the Excel, it won't work. So that's why just shortcut key is also very important, because if you are giving control plus shift plus L, it is for filter. Okay, but in the Excel maximum for every key we have the shortcut keys, that's fine. And if you don't want, go to the macros, select delete, yes, go to the view macros, select delete, yes. Okay, yeah, take these notes. Completed?
I completed.
Completed?
Yes, sir, completed.
Completed? Completed?
Done, sir.
Okay. Next, there is another option from the developer tab, code group. There is a macro security. This is also very important. So when after creating a macro, we need to save the file. So whenever if you wanted to open the macro workbook, macro VBA workbook, we'll get that message notification. So disable all macros with the notification. We need to enable it. By default, it will be disabled. Every macro was disabled. So we need to enable it. See, there are four options. So first option is disable all macros without notification, but it is not recommended. Why? Because if you are disable all macros without notification, next time you cannot enable. So without enable, you cannot run the macros. And disable all macros except digital signatures and enable all macros. See, it's not recommended because potentially dangerous code can run. So what is macros? It means automation only. For example, if you are doing enable all macros for lifetime, without running yourself automatically in the backend, all macros are going to execute. So it's very dangerous. That's why just we are selecting the second option only. Disable all macros with a notification. Okay, in the next class, I will show how it is working because after creating a macro, we need to save the workbook. Next time we'll open. Then second time, if you are opening the macro workbook, it will ask to enable the disable macros. Okay, yeah, noted. Macro security, hitting macro security. In the macro security, macro settings, macro security, in the macro settings, in the macro settings, note down that 4 points and select the second option. Okay, note down that 4 points: that disable all macros without notification, disable all macros with notification, disable all macros with except digital signatures, and enable all macros. Completed? Completed?
I completed, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss more things. Okay. Tomorrow class is very important. Okay. We'll start earlier. We'll take extra session because how to start the macros and how to save the macro VBA by Excel workbook. So there are important things on tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.